Nuanced nostalgia, it's a 90s vibe. Come and tap in, we keeping it live. Nuanced nostalgia, it's a 90s vibe. Come and tap in, we keeping it live.
Oh, hello.
Oh my god.
And Merry Christmas
Merry Christmas.
Nuanced Nostalgia. I'm Nick Norris, and this week to watch Christmas Vacation with me is my festive co-host, Caitlin Griswold Shortall.
Why can't I be the mom? What's her name?
I think her name's Ellen.
You're right, it is. Yeah.
Or
Why
something
can't I
like
be
that.
Ellen?
I mean, her name is also Griswold.
Yeah, but if it's a middle name, it has to be.
Let's not.
First.
Don't let this distract from the fact that this movie made you cry today.
Notoriously, I have said this is one of my favorite movies, and I just think it's so great for so many reasons.
It was happy tears, we should say, or
Yeah.
funny,
Not sad
from laughing so hard, which I
yeah.
thought that was hilarious. Yeah, this is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, 1989, directed by
1999,
89.
Okay, yeah, I figured it was giving very like 90s vibes, but obviously it's the later end of the 80s. So yeah.
Directed by Jeremiah Check and starring notoriously easy to work with Chevy Chase.
And he has not done one wrong thing.
No, and he's certainly not racist, and we'll talk about that for sure. Oh well, how's your Christmas season going so far, Kate?
I'm not going to work on Christmas, so I'm happy about that.
First time in how many years?
Since I became a nurse, so
3 years.
Did I even work the first? I don't remember, but it has to
Several
be like
years.
the first, at least in 2 years.
Yeah. I've been quarantined for 2 of the last 3 Christmases, so this will
got
be
sick.
this will be the first good Christmas for me in a while
so
as
happy
well.
for both of us.
Yeah, we have our I have my Griswold jersey on. It's got
because he
Griswold
wears
on the
that.
back.
Yeah.
I've got our Griswold mugs here, the Wally World mugs.
Yeah, the ones that him and cousin Eddie hold.
Yeah. Of
Yeah.
course, this is this is like the Mickey Mouse in their universe.
Oh, is it really?
When they in the first movie they go to the theme park, Wally World. This was supposed to be Disneyland.
Oh, I see.
This is
Well, you know what? I haven't watched many of the others because the children are always different. They're always different ages. Because the National Lampoon is like a series of movies,
right.
And so, like in my opinion, the Christmas Vacation is the best one. But yeah, in every single one of the movies, the kids are different. I think sometimes the wife is different.
I think the wife is always the same, but
At least the kids are different.
the kids are almost always different. The first 2 movies, they're the same. And in this movie, they recast. This is the first movie that breaks the timeline with that.
Yeah.
But these kids look like the other kids because all these movies are
Same.
supposed to take place in 1 year. So at first they're like, well, we got to get younger kids so that we keep, it still looks like it's the same year. Then after this, they just go all over the place with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the kids are older, sometimes they're younger. They look different. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't care.
But I only care about this one. this specific
Well,
movie.
what about eggnog? Would you like to try? I know you don't like it.
It's not usually alcohol, or no, it is usually alcoholic.
This is non-alcoholic eggnog.
Right.
It's right out the
It's-
carton.
It's too early to drink right now.
You're gonna do a taste test for us.
Sure.
This
Hold on.
is Southern Comfort, without the Southern Comfort alcohol, just the eggnog. So just the
Trying
mixer.
to not drop my other cup. Here we go. Cheers to
It's
Griswold.
very good. Num 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 num. I hope you can hear our wet mouths drink it down. Oh, that's not a good face you made.
I think it just tastes like. I see why people like it. Doesn't it have dairy in it?
Yeah.
It's gonna send me straight to the toilet.
It's like milk that lasts for 3 months, essentially, because it doesn't expire. I bought this in like November. It doesn't expire till the end of January.
Yeah, I mean it's not too bad. I prefer hot chocolate if I'm gonna have like a seasonal drink.
Yeah, hot chocolate's good. Well, if you're watching the YouTube version, which you should be, it's linked in the description of the audio versions. You would see Caitlin's face when she tries eggnog. She doesn't like it.
It's just like, I don't know. It definitely tastes like it should have alcohol in it.
Also, you look very festive today. You got your necklace
Thanks.
on, your Christmas PJs, Christmas blanket.
My pink Christmas blanket. It's very important.
Oh,
And then I have my squishes, the festive ones, or this one's the elf is festive, and then I have Grogu too because he's green.
Well, this elf is going to hear about a lot of racism that happens in this movie, so I apologize to the African American elf we have. He has
Wait
a
a
white
minute,
brother.
there's racism in this movie.
It's based on a racist short story, and everybody in it is very racist, it turns out.
What? I did not know this.
We're going to talk about it, yeah.
Interesting.
Before we do that, let's go through the timeline of the Vacation movie. So the first one is Vacation in 83, then European Vacation in 85, and then we get this one, Christmas Vacation in 89, the biggest, most famous one by far. After that, it's Vegas Vacation in 97, so big jump, nearly 10 years. And then Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure in 2003. And then Hotel Hell Vacation in 2010. It's like a 14-minute short. I think it's probably an ad or something. Probably a Super Bowl ad. I don't know. And then Vacation in 2015 starring Ed Helms.
Oh, they did one in 2015.
Chevy Chase comes back as like a minor character. This is supposed to be Rusty grown up, taking his family.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ed Helms plays Rusty in this version.
I don't know who that is.
Ed Helms? He's in all kinds of stuff. No, I was gonna say Meet the Fockers, not that one though. Meet the Other People, the other ones. Not Meet Dave, but the other one.
I'm bad with names. I'm bad
The Office.
He's
Andy from The Office.
Oh.
The Anger Issues.
Oh.
You know, so the one with the movie with Rachel from Friends. Yeah, he's in The Hangover as well.
Okay, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Great. Jennifer Aniston. He's in that one, and it's the comedy movie.
I am really bad with names.
That's fine. Anyway, so, this one I think was technically my pick, but it's really your pick.
I think it's a communal pick.
Why is this movie important to you?
I just think it's one of the best. Like it's so funny, just because like it's so silly. I guess I don't know. Like just stupid shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. Like it's like things just like keep happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's not much plot to this. It's really like a series of skits almost that are just strung together by loose.
It's almost like physical comedy, I guess. I don't know.
Like slapstick. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like, I don't know. I've always watched this one and really liked this one.
Yeah. And a lot of people did. On a budget of $73.3 million, you're going to a budget of $25 million, so double that would be about 50. It made $73.3 million at theaters. It's probably double that, you know,
in terms of like merch and like
physical sales, digital sales, streaming.
They show it every year.
Yeah, they still sell merch. We have merch. I've got 2 things of merch, and and I'm not the biggest fan of this movie. I think it's great, but I'm not like, I'm not somebody that's like I got to watch this every year. Does it mean to me? My family really liked it. My dad really likes this movie, and
I appreciate that he likes it.
Yeah, so this is sort of like a thing I would just always watch growing up, and I've always thought it was very funny. Yeah. I think there's definitely Christmas movies I like better than this one, but
I just think it's one of the best. I don't know. I think it's so like
it's definitely one of the most popular.
Yeah.
Rough summary of the plot. We're not going to do the full plot like we usually do because it's Christmas Vacation. Everybody's seen this and memorized it.
If you haven't seen it, you just need to watch it on Amazon Prime.
You know what happens. He does the sled. It flies around. They do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I forgot that specific part.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like that he. I forgot that he had like put like that because he works for like a food company, I guess.
Yeah, some sort of business.
Yeah. And so then he puts this like new product that they're like making that makes things like more slippery, I guess. Puts it on the bottom of a sled and then literally gets catapulted like flames.
A Walmart where a paid sponsorship with Walmart.
Yeah. And which Walmart looked very different back then, which is crazy.
I do like the old Walmart logo better than the new logo.
Yeah.
With the star. I think it looks better.
Yeah. But anyway, so that part of it happens after the beginning part where like all the family basically comes in to visit.
Yeah, and then Cousin Eddie's
there. Just shows up.
And they do the Pledge of Allegiance and they pray and then they kidnap the boss.
They all sit down because like cousin or Aunt Bertha, Bethany, whatever, the 2 aunt and uncle who can't hear and they're old. The uncle has a toupee that catches on fire.
Yeah.
And he catches the tree on fire after they had sat down to eat dinner. And I guess she has dementia, so like she just like doesn't know what's going on, and so like they're like, we need you to say grace. And she's like, Grace, she died 30 years ago.
It's a great line.
Yeah. And then the husband's like, they need you to say the blessing. And then she's just bows her head and says a pledge of allegiance.
Yeah.
And then everyone starts putting their hands over their chest. Cousin Eddie stands up, starts saying the pledge of allegiance. I just think it's
she is perfect for that as well. That actress, she's 89, Mae Questrell. And she has a very distinct voice. You may not have placed it, but she is the original voice of Betty Boop.
I don't know.
And it's her last film she did before she passed away. I think like 8 or some years after this.
R.I.P.
Yeah, but she's great. Yeah, she's really good. She has that very extinct. You can hear the Betty Boop in it once you know that, and you go back and listen. You hear that kind of high pitch.
I didn't know that.
But she does a more like senile type of version of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. And then that part happens, and then and then like the squirrel gets in the house because like obviously the tree caught on fire by Uncle Lewis. Then Clark has to go out. Oh yeah, and they're always terrorizing the neighbors. Everything always happens to these poor neighbors who are both
Blaine
really.
From Seinfeld.
Yeah. Like it's very funny in that way. Like everything just bad keeps happening to them. It's like in Bratz when like the Tweevils.
A slapstick type of comedy.
Yeah, like things always project out to her nose the same way where like things just keep happening. Like that scene where they finally get the lights on after they couldn't figure out why the lights wouldn't turn on. Yeah. And it's like blinding them and they're like falling all over the place, and the husband falls down the stairs. He throws the the tray.
Yeah, that's very funny. Like, I want to know how many times they recorded that, because he literally like the lights go off and he's like, "What?" and then the whole thing flies in the air. So stupid.
And that happened before like they sat down. But anyway, Anyway,
yeah, you're very out of order, but it's fine because people have seen that, they get it, and it doesn't matter. Most of the stuff in this, it doesn't matter what order it happens in because it's just random stuff, loosely tied together by somewhat of a plot.
Yeah,
the actual plot being Clark is introduced at the beginning of the movie that Clark has spent a ton of money that he plans to receive with his bonus. He spent money before he got the money, and then at the end of the movie, you find out nobody got a bonus, and so Eddie kidnaps the boss, and then the boss has a change of heart and says, "Okay, well, I see how this affects real people."
Yeah. He learns empathy.
Yes.
And then he decides to give everyone their bonuses back after the police showed up and everyone said freeze. And anyway, then they end up staying for some reason to sing carols.
Quick summary though. As the holidays approach, Clark Griswold wants to have a perfect family Christmas, so he pesters his wife, Ellen, and children as he tries to make sure everything is in line, including the tree and house decorations. However, things go awry quickly. His hick cousin, Eddie, played by Randy Quaid, and his family show up unplanned and start living in their camper on the Griswold property. Even worse, Clark's employers, renegade, I think there's a typo, they ruin the holiday bonus he needs. They take away the holiday bonus he needs. This movie is only an hour and 37 minutes, which is good. I don't any sort of movie that's like this that goes on too long, it's gonna lose you.
I think you're right. I think the one part about this movie though is the part where like for some reason he's thirsting after this random woman in like the mall. That part I didn't really like comprehend when I was younger, but like looking at it now, I'm like, why did we include this? Did we just have to have a hot lady in the movie?
Yeah, so we can put it in the trailer probably.
Like for some reason he tries to imply that he's divorced.
Yeah.
And then and then the sales lady, which I can't even blame her, she's trying to get her check, but she's like, I guess selling lingerie, and she like shows him her full on high leg in the mall.
Yeah, she's like, I'm wearing it. You can't see any lines.
And it's like, what is going on? And then the son rolls up, which I don't know why he didn't say anything to the mom. I'd be like, hey, dad was doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, can we talk to him about that? That's weird. And then he like fantasizes about her later on when he's like fantasizing about the pool.
Yeah, and that's the mark of a lunatic, because he is staring out the window like this. When the little girl walks up, he is staring out a window like this is the man who is broken mentally.
Yeah, like the little girl, like cousin Eddie's daughter. Yeah. I don't know. I thought that part was a little strange. I guess that one, I don't know what that's implying or like why they put that in, but anyway, that was weird. But then
they put it in because it's a running joke. The original joke in the original Vacation movie is that Clark's family's asleep. He's driving. He's tired. He looks over, and there's this really attractive woman in a sports car, and he's starting to watch her. And like, I can't remember if she's real or if he's daydreaming that he's seeing this woman. Anyway, then they end up underneath a diesel truck because he's like not paying attention to the road, and then they all wake up and they're underneath the diesel truck, and they have to like get out of it. So
interesting.
There's a lot of like recurring jokes in this movie that on their own you're like, that's a weird addition, but it's because if you watch them in order, you're like, oh, it's like a recurring.
Well,
thing.
I still think
recurring gag
for that to be included in general is still weird in my opinion, but.
Yeah,
you know, he's supposed to be this family man. He's out here fantasizing about this random other woman that he saw once in the mall.
Well, this is a I think this is a direct kind of response to the Simpsons culture that was but prior to this, every family on TV was very very particular. You know, you had a few of your like sitcoms that was like it's a crazy family, but they're all very close knit and they don't deal with real people problems till the Simpsons came around. And then you started to say like, well, here's a dad that kind of sucks, and here's a mom that's kind of miserable, and here are kids that are kind of like hellions. And I think this, and it has a lot of the same there are some of the same creative people in this that's in the Simpsons, and you kind of feel that with like especially Clark. Yeah, he's not this perfect business, or he's not this perfect family guy. He's kind of a little loose, you know, a little loose,
unhinged.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like there's so many like good lines of dialogue that I hadn't caught like before watching this movie.
Yeah,
like when cousin Eddie shows up and he's like, "Are you surprised, Clark?" And he's like, "What did he say?" He was like, "Eddie, if I woke up tomorrow with my head sewed to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised." I was like, "What?"
I like the line he's talking to Eddie. He's like, "Can I get you anything? Coffee, water, and take you off in the middle of nowhere, drop you off for dead?"
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I'm good, Clark."
Got everything I need right here. Great.
Doesn't even register it. Yeah, and then when cousin Eddie's daughter rolls up on Clark, fantasizing out the window.
Yeah,
like she says something like
She says, "I'm nervous about Santa coming. He doesn't always come," or something, implying that they're poor.
Well, she's like said a curse word, and then he's like, "You shouldn't say that." And then she's like, "Shit."
He said, "How nervous are you?" And she said, "I'm shitting bricks."
That's what it is.
And he said, "You shouldn't say that." And she said,
I'm
sorry, shitting rocks."
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like, not the word that we're talking about. Yeah. Anyway, I thought that was funny, but yeah, just like I could visualize how this could be like cartoon like, I guess. Like whatever Clark like I said shoots off with the snow or the sled, and then like later on when the squirrel is like terrorizing them, and it
starts out with the actual cartoon opening too.
Yeah. And then the neighbor rolls up to their house and she's like, "I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind." And then like the oh bless you,
excuse me.
And then the squirrel and the dog, Clark's dog, or no, cousin Eddie's dog, they both attack the neighbor, and then Clark shuts the door. He's like, "We're good." Solved it. So I don't know, I think and then the Uncle Lewis's toupee, I think that's the funniest part about it, just catches on fire. Anyway, there's so many good things about this.
We got to get on track because we're 18 minutes in and we haven't even got to anything. Do you like this movie?
My thing is, I am used to giving quick summaries and talking about the important parts of things.
Yeah,
I'm not used to like in my job. I mean, I'm not used to giving out these long drawn out stories and explaining every single part about it. So I'm like, this part you have to know about this, and this part you have to know about this. All right, that's all you got to know. And just figure out the rest.
Well, a big thing about this movie is like, a lot of the characters obviously there's a lot of everybody it seems like has a different favorite character in this. You've got you got Clark, you got cousin Eddie. He's a big fan favorite. I think the best character in this though is the wife, Ellen,
because she says so many like unhinged things that you have to like really catch.
Everybody else is very outwardly and openly unhinged, and she is unhinged, but she is tight with it. Like she lets things out in a different manner, a more like shy, polite way, but you can see that she is just as insane as everybody else because she supports everybody's insane behavior. She also has what I think is probably the best and probably the most memorable line from this whole movie is I don't know. She says, "I don't know what to say except it's Christmas and we're all in misery."
Yeah. Whenever the daughter is talking about like, I can't believe like the grandparents are sleeping in my bed and I'm sleeping with my brother, and like she's like, I don't know what to say except it's Christmas and we're all in misery.
That's pretty good.
And then and then she lights a cig inside with a match.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. Did no one have lighters back then? Why is everyone lining up with a match?
Probably just what she had in the kitchen.
Yeah. Oh my god, speaking of that, and then that's when like the Uncle Lewis apparently just smokes cigars every second of the day.
Yeah.
He like lights one outside. I remember that's when Cousin Eddie had emptied his little box in the RV. And so everyone's watching him throw this match into the air. And then that's when it literally explodes. Uncle Lewis is projectile into the air and lands. That was funny. Now that I think about it. Anyway, what'd you say?
Cousin Eddie, though, he's the fan favorite. We should talk a little bit about Randy Quaid, who plays him. He's, of course, an award-winning actor. He's in a lot of stuff. He's in Brokeback Mountain. He's in Independence Day. He's in all kinds of stuff. His younger brother, is now more famous than him, Dennis Quaid. I don't know if you recognize the name, but you would definitely recognize him.
Oh, I think I know. Yeah.
Yeah. He's in even more stuff. He's partially more famous because Randy Quaid got himself in a lot of legal trouble in the years following this movie. He and his wife had a thing where they just like to rob people and businesses. So they would go to like hotels,
like
and
in Hollywood.
Yeah, just anywhere. Like they'd go to like they went to this one hotel and stole like $10,000 worth of things, defrauded people, all this stuff. They kept getting arrested for it.
Why do we keep getting arrested?
Yeah, it became like an issue. Like people were like, okay, well, people are starting to think you're a weird guy. You're supposed to be the funny, haha, Christmas guy. You gotta chill, right? So, anyway, this all comes to a head later. I think this is in the 2000s. He is in a play, and in the middle of a play, punches a coworker who is also in the play, gets in an actual physical fight, and is banned for life from that actors organization type deal. Nowadays, he's very openly insane. Nobody will hire him for anything. He's blacklisted. And no, he's not in jail, but he is a conspiracy theorist pushing Trump supporter. So that's what he does.
Good. Just what we need. Yeah.
So that's
another one.
If you look him up now, he looks insane. He's surprisingly, his skin hasn't really aged that much, but he's got this crazy like lion mane fur, beard, hair thing going on. He looks like
he does look insane.
He looks insane. Yeah. Speaking of crazy people, Chevy Chase is Clark Griswold, and he is notoriously a bad guy to work with.
Yeah, and obviously you would not think it in the movies he's in, which, I mean, obviously, same with people that play villains, like their personality is not who they obviously are acting as.
Yeah.
So, yeah, apparently he's either, I think he is racist, and additionally also is just insufferable to work with.
He has been accused of being misogynistic and racist by people he's worked with on essentially every project he's ever been on.
Yeah, like
especially SNL and Community.
Yeah, he was on SNL and Community, and like you said, they said the same thing.
And those two are most well documented because he spent the most time with those. Those are series, not movies. So he was with those people for a long time.
Yeah.
Donald Glover claims that Chevy Chase called him the N-word several times.
Which, you know what? I love Donald Glover.
Yeah,
so
great.
Whatever he says, I'm going to be like, yeah, that's true.
There's too many accounts that it's probably true. It'd be weird if it wasn't.
That's the thing. It'd be different if it was one person.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that would still be true anyway. But like, it's him, and then other people have also said the exact same things.
He also doesn't deny anything. Whenever he's told something, he's just like, he's literally said like, I don't care if they say I'm a jerk. This is just who I am. He said that since like the 80s. And
it's not even about being a jerk. It's just, hey, you're just a bigoted person, and you're kind of a terrible person.
This movie, Christmas Vacation, actually almost didn't happen because they couldn't get a director to agree to work with him. Chris Columbus, who was just getting his start in Hollywood, was given this movie. This was a huge break for him. He was poor. Like, I don't know if he was poor, but he was broke. He needed this, right? When he found out he had to work with Chevy Chase, he said no. He said, I'll wait for my next big break. And he did. He got it with Home Alone, which made 6 times the amount of money that this did. So, good for him.
That one's good too. But I mean, I understand not wanting to, like, I get it, not wanting to work with him. Because, like you said, I mean, it's been very well documented that he's the worst person. But, like, the thing is, like, the movie, in my opinion, is so good. I think if anyone else was in it, it would have been like way better.
No, he is. He's good in this. He's funny. He's a comedian. He is good at what he does.
But it's the fact that it's him.
You can be both things
as a person.
Yeah,
like that's what I mean. Like it'd be even better if it was someone that wasn't the worst person ever. You know. So.
Yeah. So yeah, but there's also some good people in this. Like we said, the wife, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, aka Elaine from Seinfeld. She's in this.
Oh yeah,
the neighbor. Now she is, a recurring villain in Marvel movies. The crazy thing about almost everybody in this is still working today if they're alive. There's a lot of the older people have went on and passed away, especially in the 90s. But like even the kids, most of the kids. Like even the minor role kids are all still working in TV shows and series and doing stuff. So
I love that for them.
Pretty rare for a movie to have so many minor characters that go on to do other things. You know, one or two of them, grew up and just like worked a regular job, selling stuff. But most of them stuck in Hollywood, which is pretty wild.
I love that for them.
So some controversies about this movie while we're already talking about that. Christmas Vacation was based on a John Hughes story, Christmas 58, which first appeared in the pages of National Lampoon magazine. And that story it's based on is just crazy racist, especially against Asian people.
Really?
Yeah, if you go and read it, there is a character that is like described as like this buck-tooth Asian, all the stereotypes, and every time he appears a gong plays and all this stuff, and it's they slur all his words and make him sound like a stereotypical Asian American, and they had the foresight at least to cut all that out when they made the movie. So that's good.
Like, oh my god, like how would they, I don't even know, like how would they even make the connection? How would that even fit in the story? You know what I mean? Like there's
it was supposed to be like somebody had a adopted Asian kid or something like that. Yeah, which John Hughes did in all his movies. He was very, very willing and ready to put an Asian character as the butt of a joke.
Like it's just so like not funny. Even if it was just not bigoted and like racist and all the other terrible things, it's just not funny.
And it's like that's
you're laughing at that. I don't know what to tell you.
That's your one joke. You put this in every one of your movies and stories. That's your joke.
It's not funny. Yeah.
Those characters, and like even at the time, like there are reviews that people like they're not necessarily offended by. I feel like that character's annoying. It's not funny.
Yeah.
And like if you're gonna do something really. You can do stuff that's really upsetting or offensive and it be funny. I mean, like South Park does it all the time.
But I mean, there's this clip on TikTok the other day. I spend too much time on TikTok. But like, anyway, basically someone's saying the same thing because the Matt Rife stuff was really, really like viral on TikTok recently.
Yeah, so Matt Rife is a comedian who's under fire for making
a domestic violence.
He has a large female audience because of the way he looks, and he's a conventionally attractive guy, and he wanted to pivot his audience to the boys.
Yeah.
So he made a lot of like sexual assault jokes and things to his all female audience, who obviously didn't like that very much.
Yeah. So basically, I'm getting at like people start talking about this kind of concept when that was going off. Like you can make these like edgy jokes in that way, but have it be funny if it's like a character, or you're like you communicate to people that you don't think this, but you're just like
it's called like the social contract.
Yeah,
and it's a thing in comedy and other things too, where you basically have this rapport with your audience where they know you don't believe the things that are happening. Nobody believes the creators of South Park are racist,
right?
Because in their show, the characters are racist to be made fun of for being racist.
Hey, that's exactly it. Yeah, and it's the same way with like comedians when they're like if they were to make this kind of joke, like you have to have that like rapport, like you said, so that people don't think that you truly think in this way.
And there are other ways around making it a character, but it is anything can be funny if you have a good enough joke.
Yeah, they're just
what I'm saying,
including Matt Rife in this. It's just not funny.
The recurring Asian character in John Hughes
not
movies
funny.
just isn't funny.
Yeah.
So if it's offensive and funny, that's one thing. If it's just offensive and not funny, then you're just a jerk.
Yeah, and if it's offensive joke, making fun of someone just for like who they are is just, in my opinion, not funny. Period. Like, what do you mean? Like just that that's just the joke. What's the punchline? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just how I feel about it. But anyway, that's my rant about that sort of thing. It irritates me when people try and do that to be funny.
Let's shift gears here to something a little less controversial. Let's talk about.
You know what? That should be controversial. I'll say it. That should be controversial.
No. I'm saying like we've been talking about controversial people
and
controversy. Not saying what we're saying is controversial. I don't think saying racism is bad is controversial.
Hey. Listen, I can't make jokes like you used to. Am I right?
All these liberals in the world. Nancy Pelosi, single-handedly,
she is the one.
Comedy.
That's right. I know that's right.
Randy Quaid, he's only doing this because the liberals made him.
That's right. I know it.
He would rather be making Christmas Vacation 3. Cousin Eddie goes to the moon or something.
I
don't know if anybody has ever watched Christmas Vacation 2.
I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, I think it was a straight to TV movie.
Because he's supposed to be poor. How did he go to an island?
He probably wins a scratch off or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Whatever. Not as good as this one. So
the daughter comes back for it though. Apparently, she's the only Griswold to appear in that movie.
Still not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway, IMDb trivia time. Remember, this is all on IMDb trivia, where anybody can just type it. So most of the time it's true. Sometimes, you might get some in there and then it's not necessarily true. So anyway.
It's also like who's getting on the internet and just typing random facts.
There are so many people who've done it for this movie. It's insane. I actually ended up, a lot of these aren't even from IMDb trivia. There was so many, I just went to a different website and was like Christmas Vacation facts and found like a trusted source. So these are probably actually true.
Yeah.
After failing to get the Christmas lights to work one last time, Clark Griswold takes his frustration out on the plastic decorations in the front yard. Chevy Chase actually broke his pinky finger while punching Santa Claus. He resorts to kicking and clubbing the decorations after that. The film kept rolling and the take was used. And you see it in the movie. He's like, and then he kicks it instead. Yeah.
Wow, he really broke his pinky. Yeah. Damn, hate it for him.
The shoes that Cousin Eddie wears are the same ones that he gave Clark as a gift in the original Vacation.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of callbacks to the first movie. I didn't put them all in here, but especially a lot of the Eddie callbacks are from the first movie.
Yeah.
It was rumored that Clark's rant about his boss, Mr. Shirley, was ad-libbed. While this is somewhat true, cast members not on screen who were facing Chevy had a sign hanging around their necks that had one word written on them. Some of these were adjectives Clark used to describe his boss. So, it gives him that long rant. And yeah, he would just like look at people and grab an adjective here and grab an adjective there. And
that's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The old Dodge pickup that tailgated Clark and his family in the opening scenes of the movie was previously used as Kurt Russell's work truck in Overboard in 1987 and in They Live in 1988.
I don't know either of those movies, but love that for them. That's good.
Near the end of the film, Rusty says, "I told you we should have gone to Hawaii." In the first Vacation, when asked where in the world he would like to go the most, Rusty said Hawaii. So
I would have never known that. Yeah. No, there you go.
I didn't put this one down, but as far as the callbacks go, there's also Cousin Eddie tries to kiss Clark's wife, Ellen.
He did. I almost said something about that when it happened. I was like...
He's done that in every movie. That's why in this movie he goes, 0 for 3. This is the third time he's tried to do it.
Why would you do that? What are you doing?
Even before the cameras could roll, original director Chris Columbus came to the realization they could not work with the difficult Chevy Chase. And then this led to, like we said, a bunch of directors coming in and out until they finally landed on the one they got. But John Hughes was brought in to direct Home Alone, which became the huge massive set of the year. So him and Chris Columbus got to do that together and make a lot of money.
We're very lucky this happened in general. I hate that Chevy Chase was like the reason that almost did it,
Yeah.
No. Like, did they feel very strongly about having Chevy Chase just him in the movie?
Well, at this point, he was, the Christmas Vacation. I mean, he was the vacation guy. So if you're going to make a sequel, you got to have him.
That's so frustrating.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Yeah. So when Clark and Cousin Eddie are talking in the living room, they are drinking eggnog out of Wally World mugs like we have here. Like we said, that Wally World was the destination of the Griswolds in Vacation 1983.
There you go.
And stuff. And all the presents that were on the credenza when Clark went in to give his to Mr. Shirley are identically shaped and likely the same gift. It is a desk organizer. When the movie came out, pin sets came in an L-shaped arrangement. arrangement. The writing instruments were on the flat part, and the race section held post-it notes. Paper clips and other holders were also a possibility.
Interesting. Yeah, and that scene when he's giving it to him, the boss is first of all sitting at this like ridiculously long desk.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm in the middle of an important call. And then he's like, give me somebody, anybody. It's like not even on a call.
Didn't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
That character too, the boss, the actor, is also in the first Vacation. He's like a cashier or something in that movie. Yeah, in the first one. So
the character or the actor?
The actor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, played a different character.
Yeah.
Well, does this hold up? It's still good. If this came out today, would it still be a hit?
Maybe not if Chevy Chase was in it, but like if the Chevy Chase like as today was in it, no, everyone would be like, do not watch this movie. Yeah. But since I think it's such a classic,
yeah,
it's been going on. Obviously, it's been a movie for so long, you know, and people still watch it to this day, including us. Yeah. I think it does.
And you cry laughing at it. So I think, yeah, it definitely holds up. I like this movie a lot. I think everybody in it is good. Even Chevy Chase and Randy Quaid are both good as their characters.
And I think everyone, like the delivery, like that everyone does, is like, I just think it's so good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like stupid comedy too, though. That's a little bit of it too.
Yeah.
If you don't like this sort of comedy, you may not like it. I do.
I think it's got enough charm that anybody would like it. Now we do have to finish up our Bratz Advent calendar.
Yeah, let me get it real fast. Hold on.
Yeah. So while we're doing that, I'm going to talk a little bit about what our plan is going to look like for the coming year. So 2023 is wrapped up with this episode, but we're going to take a couple week break, and then we'll be back January 16th with a new episode. And I don't know what it's going to be about yet. So we got to decide.
Yes, we're going to Gatlinburg, the first week of the new year.
Yes, so we'll be gone. I'm going to take a couple weeks off, and then we'll also be taking a couple weeks off in February as well. We'll be going to Australia.
Will be out of the country. Yes,
yeah,
right.
So maybe then we'll start our. I don't know. We'll definitely do our Valentine rom-com movies in February, but we may only do like 2. Yeah.
I think at least one, hopefully 2. Yeah, because there's so many early 2000s ones that are so.
I'm kind of excited to get back to not doing a holiday movie though, so I don't know what it's going to be. If anybody has any suggestions, you can definitely let us know. You can email those at nuancednostalgiapod@gmail.com. You can also follow us and message us those suggestions on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I got a guy that's going to run our TikTok for us in 2024. So we'll be there as well on Nuanced Nostalgia Pod. You can follow Caitlin everywhere at Caitlin Shorts.
That's right.
You can follow me everywhere at Nick Norris06. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe wherever you are. Whether you're on YouTube or a podcast app, we're on all podcast apps. But we put up this whole little corner of our room for a studio, so you should watch the video version if you haven't moved over.
It is very festive for this one, so at least just to look at it.
Yeah, all our videos go up on both YouTube and Facebook, so you can watch those there. And I believe we have our first
back to
Bratz.
Important things.
Yes.
This Bratz Advent calendar. So this one is I don't know if everyone else cares about Bratz like I do. I just very much do. So this is the
everybody likes an unboxing.
Pretty what does it say? Yes, the Pretty and Punk collection they had.
Okay. So let us see.
So I don't know why punk is associated with like British people, but anyway, this one is. So that's Chloe.
Nice.
With some orange hair.
Nice. Let me see. And you'll be seeing pictures of these as well here. Oh yeah, I've seen this doll before actually, the orange-haired Brit girl.
Well, like I don't really know why they would do that. Like I don't understand the connection between punk and British. Maybe it's just like
I think British
England. I don't know.
Wasn't like punk rock pretty big in Britain for a while? That's why you got like Spider Punk, the Spider-Man British variant.
Probably. So this is a little.
Oh, what
Sasha,
is that?
You literally definitely.
Oh, is that a makeup kit? Like a palette?
It's like a. Remember how there was a Yasmin one? Now this is a Sasha one.
Okay.
Which the real one, it probably has shit eyeshadow, so we're not even gonna worry about that.
This is fun, interesting. Wow, it certainly is a tiny fake makeup kit.
Yeah, like I prefer that though over like like earlier how I've shown like they just have like a mascara and a lipstick. What am I gonna do with that?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's so that your brats can hold a lipstick. But
if I had actual dolls, it'd be different.
Yeah. Now, what day is this that we're on at this point?
So that one was 20. This one is 21.
Okay, you have to let us know which one is the Christmas
This
one.
is the first male.
Oh, we got a boy brat.
That's I think that's Cam, which is Chloe's boyfriend. Oh, don't choke.
Oh, I'm gonna have to cut that. He is a blonde or orange-haired boy.
I think it's supposed to be blonde.
Does he get a
I
box?
put some Christmas nails on, so I'm really struggling right now.
Do you need me to help?
I think I got it.
Okay. What else we got here? We started this 2023 video series with brats, I think, and now we're ending it with brats.
You know, I love a good festive movie, and I think this is great.
Does the brats have a Christmas movie that is popular?
Well, in the game that I played when I was younger, so I grew up with brothers, so we had a PlayStation 2, and there was this Bratz PlayStation 2 game. A Forever Diamonds one I always talk about.
Okay.
And at the end of it, they have like they go to New York and they have like a whole Christmas in New York moment. So I guess like I don't know if that's their version.
Okay.
But they probably do have a Christmas movie, like their like wintertime collection they had. I bet there was one movie about
They recently had a series of webisodes, the Brats, and that's
on TikTok.
It's set like in 2023, and
when they're all grown and
they're all like adults. Yeah. It's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Pretty fun.
Yeah.
They're still like
they very much have like their own personalities and like I do like they do it. It's done very well. Yeah.
It's a good blend of keeping that nostalgia without making them feel like kids.
Yeah, it does feel very grown. Yeah. And you can tell it's definitely now they kind of cater everything to like people that love it, like people my age.
Yeah.
Or I guess our age. Like, that appreciate it, but we're also older.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is the box for him. His name is Cameron.
Cameron, great.
Yeah, I guess it says Bratz Boys. That's fun. Yeah, I guess there was like a 20-year like release that they did.
Okay.
So there you go.
Very nice.
And then let me find the 22nd and 23rd. Wait, that was just the 22nd. Now we're doing the 23rd.
Keep her moving.
I'm struggling because, like I said, I'm not used to having long nails on. I'm used to my nubs.
We also have been watching The Grinch today. That's been interesting.
Yeah, I hadn't watched like the live action one with Jim Carrey specifically. That was the spirit one. I don't care what anyone says; it's the better one. And I'm sure the animated one's good too, but it's just not the same. I like that one a lot too.
It's really funny. The Grinch.
This one is gonna. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah. It's just like over the top in the same way, or not in the same way, similar way that Christmas Vacation is.
Yeah. What's this one?
This one is going to be Punk Rock Angels Yasmin again. I already have that one.
All right.
I have to open the 24th one.
You have this one already?
Yeah, I recognize that.
So you can also buy these minis individually. You don't know which one you're buying, but you can buy surprise minis.
It's the same way. It's the same, concept as an advent calendar. Like it's, one of the, the kids' toys
mystery
these
box
days are
type
always
deal.
mystery boxes. Yeah. So it's the similar concept. Oh my God, can I get the box out?
You would not make a good unboxing YouTuber. You just wouldn't.
Well,
you'd really have to work on your craft.
Don't really want to make content for children, honestly. Even though they make a ton of money. Yeah, see, it's the Rock Angels one.
Okay, so now we're about to open the Christmas Day one.
Yeah, because it's just one left. So here we go.
Let's see. It better be something good because
the holiday one is probably the best one. I had not.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to top that. That should have been the Christmas Day one, probably.
Oh, it's going to be something stupid. Here we go.
What is it? What is that?
It's another eyeshadow palette.
Oh, boo! the big doll should have been the Christmas Day one.
I know, right? Will you take the tape off of it so we could look inside?
Yeah. So this looks like it may be a more modern.
That
version
is really
makeup kit.
That is really annoying.
That is.
I mean, I like when, like I've said, I like when they have put out. They have a little doll. First of all, the doll in the box separate. That's stupid. But anyway.
Yeah.
I like when they have
it's
the
got a
doll,
little mirror in it.
Not the. That one's probably the better eyeshadow palette that they've put in here, but
this might be real makeup, actually.
It's not. Let me have a look.
It looks different than the others.
Let's see.
Yeah. Is that not real?
You definitely. Oh,
I think
I
you
thought
can.
That was the fly.
It looks like you can open that.
You definitely can't see it from all the way back there, but it's just like
There'll
little.
Be a photo.
Can I be like a guru? I'm gonna use my little eyeshadow palette. I actually don't know. I mean, there's probably a way to take this little plastic part off.
It looks real under that, doesn't it?
I mean, even if for some reason you could use this, it wouldn't be like good.
And not enough either, but it looks real. I don't know.
Yeah. This is definitely something adult. Like if you have like a Brad stall, and you bought this, like it would be nice to have, like little fun little palette that you could have. You put in their like hand or whatever. But usually that's obviously for young kids. Don't give them the other stuff, the small ones. They're gonna choke on it and die.
Yeah, those are really small. What do you rate this advent calendar overall?
I have to give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean we got a deal on it because I think it was on Amazon on Black Friday for like $15 when I bought it. Yeah. But usually that's $60.
One of them, I was gonna say one of those
is 10,
and
that's when they're on clearance. So I think usually they're like 15.
So I'd say it's a pretty good deal. I think definitely the best one is the Chloe. Hold on.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
The holiday. Well, hold on. Her name's Trinity. My bad.
Yeah.
Trinity, but basically Chloe. So yeah, this one's got to be the best one. She will go right here.
Nice, a new addition to the shelf. I love it.
So,
all right, she looks great.
She looks great. And then I have always really appreciated the winter times like collection that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is the most sleigh. So
I think it's a good way to collect them without taking up a lot of space. They're pretty small, and they also now sell the case that holds them all.
Yeah,
we need to probably get you one of those.
It's a very niche thing to like, but I appreciate it because like we all know as a Bratz girly. So
yeah, nice. All right. Well, thank you everybody.
Advent calendar reveal, but yes.
Thank you everybody for watching us throughout this year or this episode. If you just found us, feel free to come back when we do in 2 weeks. We love that.
It's very appreciated. I do not do this for a living, but I appreciate it. This has been a good time.
Yeah. All right. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. We hope you having a Merry Christmas Eve if you're watching this when it comes out, or if you're watching it into the new year. Happy New Year. If you're watching this years from now, comment something and let us know what has happened in the time since. It'd be great.
It's 2023.
Yeah. I'm going to edit it over. We're hearing it through a computer. They're not going to hear it that way. This is the Christmas Vacation song.
Oh.
What do you think of this song?
I forgot that it has a song.
This is the only Christmas, or the only vacation movie they don't play Holiday Road in. Holiday Road. That song.
Oh,
really? It's crazy.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I did. This one's good too, though.
Good. Goodbye, everyone.